We missed our flight. Welcome back to the vlogs, everybody. Now we're treating ourselves on Dr. Thank you, Doctor. To some pizza and some salad.
What happened to you protecting your identity? You have to find out who your PI is and then they know where you work.
Okay. Thanks to my PI, we're having lunch on her. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I feel like you should tell them the whole story in the morning.
Maybe you should tell them.
Okay, I'll tell you guys the story in the morning. Also, we look like influencers in the wild.
I am an influencer.
He's not. This morning, there's like a storm. So there's a lot of trees down. There's a whole power line down on top of my street. So I couldn't even leave. So I had to leave a different way. I left my house at 6 a.m. this morning. Our flight, 10:30. Okay, so we said contacts 4 hours to drive ourselves from Connecticut to Logan International Airport, get through the terminal, be at the gate. Plenty of time, you would think. Left my house at 6 a.m. Picked up Alan. Picked him up a little past 6:30, 6:35. Hops in the car and we go. And then I think our first mistake was we followed the GPS instead of our own intuition when we were on the main roads, and we got rerouted to many side roads. And then all of those side roads had trees down. So then we had to turn around, got rerouted many times. So that I think was mistake number one. So then we didn't really leave the rural areas of Connecticut until like 7. After that we had a 2-hour car ride. And then we were 10 miles away from the airport. Boom, traffic, because you know Boston. So then we were in traffic for 40 minutes, which we should have accounted for, which I think we kind of did account for. But anyway, so then we pull up to the airport. Now it's 9:30. Okay, so all of this time has gone by, crunch time. We pull up to the airport, and then we're trying to figure out where to park, because even though I'm a Boston native, I've never parked at this airport before. Then the parking is taking us far away from the airport. We're like, oh, okay. But then we get to the parking lot, there's a bus there, thankfully, and then we get on the bus. We're like, okay, we're gonna do this. We also, as scientists, are carrying these huge tubes of posters, so we're on this bus trying to roll up these posters to make them fit in these tubes. And then we're like, okay, we think we're gonna make it. We think we're good. Then we get to the airport, no checking bags. We immediately go to TSA security, and we have hope, we think. The TSA is moving kind of slow, I do have to say, for Boston Logan Airport, but we're through. We get through TSA at like 10:20, so we have like a whole 10 minutes until our flight is departing, or 15 really.
We got to the gate like about 15 to 10 minutes before. So they just flat out rejected us during the boarding time.
I think, well, because we got there and then we were kind of standing near the front gate. Because there was like 2 gates. Our gate is B32, and there's the B32 sign in 2 different places. So we were standing at the first one where there was like a huge line of people for a little bit. And then we saw a different place, and then we walked to the one in the back, and then there was no attendant there. That was our mistake. We just stood there. But I think we stood there only for like, what, 3 minutes? So one of our coworkers was on the flight, and then we're the 2 that missed it. She was saying they were calling our names, but we were standing outside the gate while they were calling our names. But why were they calling our names inside the flight? Like, we're clearly not on that flight.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but the guy was like, oh, we rebooked your tickets. I was like, homie, what?
So we were flying Southwest. There was another flight that got delayed or something and like got canceled. So everyone on that flight was trying to get onto our flight, and like all of these other flights that were all leaving. So I think they were in more of a crunch. Like, I think they would have waited for us if it was like a normal day. But I think because they were trying to get all of those people onto flights, like they just like canceled us a little preemptively maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, but now we have lunch here. Thank you.
Thank you.
So now we're just gonna hang out here, have a lot of fun. We decided to go sit down and go a little bougie because it's on my PI. Thank you, shout out. I don't think she'll ever watch this, but still gotta give her a shout out.
Yeah, so we're chilling here. It's currently 11:22. We got booked on another flight.
Like, we met some lady who was like, we should call them while we were in line to talk to the other flight attendant. Shout out that lady.
So we're chilling here till 3 p.m. and then we fly to Denver. So I get to go to Colorado for the first time in my life. Have you been?
I've never been. All right, first time for everything. We've made it to the next destination. Camera eats first. Today we decided to get food from Jamba, not Jamba, Juice, not sponsored. Hopefully that'll be delicious dinner. Clearly.
Can you tell them what we're doing?
What are we doing?
Standing and eating, because we're true exercise physiologists.
Thank you. All right, next clip. As you can see, we're also empty-handed. Close to final destination, second airport. How do we feel?